Here's a satirical, what if Berserk was written by Adi Shankar in the same edgy, hyper-political style as his Devil May Cry anime, with modern themes like the Iraq War, immigration, propaganda, and power structures repackaged into a grimdark anime aesthetic. This version exaggerates for dramatic, ironic, and political effect. Berserk, War of the Hawk by Adi Shankar, a hyper-political, ultra-violent, leather-clad, stylized adaptation of Kentaro Miura's magnum opus, if it had been rewritten as a critique of American foreign policy and 21st century propaganda. The Hawk Files. Guts is no longer a character with deep trauma, but a stoic aura farmer, an edgy, trench coat-wearing mercenary who speaks in one-liners like, "I don't do politics, I just kill people who do." He's less a man, more of a brand, a wandering PTSD-riddled war machine funded by an anonymous PMC. The Midland Empire is a neocon fantasy state, a mix of Rome and 2000s America with full-on Iraq War allegories. They're invading the Kushan Caliphate under the pretense of finding God-hand WMDs. Everyone's in high-tech medieval gear that looks like Call of Duty meets Game of Thrones. Act 2. Make Midland great again. Griffith isn't a villain. He's a misunderstood liberal technocrat trying to build a utopia. He uses soft power, meme propaganda, and slick social media-style speeches to rally the disenfranchised. A better world is possible, but only if we burn this one down. He's also ambiguous coded in every direction, racially, sexually, and ideologically, so every fan base claims him while also blaming him. Casca, tragically, is reduced to a nagging exposition mouthpiece who yells things like, "Guts, you can't just swing your sword at the system." Every time Guts kills someone, she gasps and lectures him on nuance while crying under perfectly smeared eyeliner. She's framed like a Twitter reply guy in human form. Act 3. The Apostles are coming. The Apostles are no longer eldritch demons. They're allegorical immigrant refugees from the astral world, fleeing a collapsing dimension. The show makes it purposefully unclear if they're truly evil or just othered. One of them gives a speech ripped straight from Noam Chomsky. "We didn't choose war. Your empire exported it." Meanwhile, Guts just slices them in half while grumbling, "Monsters don't get rights." Final arc. Nuke the narrative. As the world spirals into chaos, Griffith begins constructing the ideal world, a shiny blue and white techno-utopia, powered by collective trauma and angelic surveillance drones. The soundtrack goes full Carpenter Brute X Gregorian chants. But just before the new world stabilizes, the King of Midland, a Cheney-like puppet with a crown made of oil pipelines, decides to drop the God Nuke, a magical WMD fueled by centuries of genocide and divine right. Casca screams, "No! This isn't justice!" Guts says nothing, lights a cigar. Griffith weeps a single tear as the astral world goes up in nuclear fire. The screen cuts to black. Post-credit scene. A robed figure appears in the crater, whispering, "War never changes." Directed by Adi Shankar, executive producer, an AI that's read too many Reddit threads.